race starts, I want you to get this stuff. What's up, guys? We're here to support our boy Dan Holtz. He's racing tonight. Let's go check it out. Like a maniac, but he gets the job done. That was a heat race, Dan? Yeah. So how does that work?
The top 8 qualifiers drew for a starting position, ran the heat race to determine the race starting position.
Oh, I see.
So I'll start 7th in the main event. To where they think they're going straight when they're in the corners, essentially what you do. So you make the left rear a lot smaller than the right rear.
Gotcha.
It's a tuning tool, right? Yeah, probably about 130 here, I would think. Yeah, right around
there. That's amazing. How's that feel, man? Good?
Yeah. You ever get hot-headed behind the wheel and someone's just kind of fucking with you a little bit?
You do.
Yeah?
You do.
I'm sure, yeah. All the adrenaline and everything like that. What motor you got in this thing?
It's a small block Ford.
Okay,
yeah.
Right on.
It's at about 600 horse. And our cars are real light, so that's pretty good.
What is it at, like 4,500 pounds?
Yeah, we're about 28, actually.
28 pounds?
Okay.
With all the roll cage and everything, I'm sure that's all weight, you know?
Yeah. And we get about 100 pounds of lead in them, you know, depending on what you weigh, of course.
How long have you been doing this for?
Oh God, I've been doing it for 25 years, but
Okay.
I started late.
Yeah.
In your 30s then? Late 40s?
Yeah. I'm 60, almost 61 now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, yeah.
And he went to an event. Okay, he went to like an event where his friends back in his hometown were doing like a derby or something.
Oh yeah.
You told me the
Remember
story.
that story.
Yeah, I remember it like
That's how I started back in 1995. You have a spark, and then the next thing you know, 10 years later, you're right in the middle of it.
I just realized how the front tire in that is just like, it's like hammered in.
Yeah.
So when the front end goes down, that stands back up straight.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's wild. And so, yeah, I saw they were pouring water on the tires, just pulling back down.
Cool them quick.
No.
So that the temperature change locks in the stagger. So it makes them so they don't change. And so it stabilizes them. And if they pull down slowly, then you don't end up with what you want. So I have a specific number that I want. I want my left rear about 2.5 inches smaller than my right rear.
Oh, wow.
And so they must have it pretty close where they want it because they cool them.
Are you running different size tires then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so the tire is entirely different. It's not a different inflation.
Yeah, the lefts are different than the rights on inflation.
I'm sure the suspension too, everything's just, it's all tuned, just, yeah.
Make those decisions, or do you get the feedback?
I have a really good crew chief. I can give him this much information and he'll dial that car in. He's so good. He's awesome. He's an expert.
Hell yeah.
It makes me look pretty damn good. Willie Allen is his name. He's
Allen?
He's a very well-known NASCAR driver anyway himself.
Okay.
He's an outstanding race car driver.
Nice.
So he knows, when I tell him what I want, he knows exactly how to get it.
Is he here with you today?
Yeah, I'll introduce you to him.
I'm
he
sure.
really knows what he's doing. Either the modifieds or the pro late models will run now.
Okay.
And they'll both run those two divisions, and then we'll run.
They'll run at the same time, or
show. What's that?
they run at the same time?
No.
Oh, okay.
They'll run one or the other now, and then they'll run us after. Those two divisions will run. Then they'll do the fireworks show.
Okay.
Then they'll run us.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Right on, right on.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
Yeah.
So this is the main event, basically. Your series.
Yes, it is. That's
Got
right.
it,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And what is the series called?
SRL Southwest Tour. This is where, like, Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick and those guys came from. Our division. Like, oh, cool. They kind of ran this sort of stuff years ago, and then moved into the heavier cars.
Is this division nationwide, or is it just two, like,
It's right now. It's Western United States. They're going to start an East Coast version of this division here soon.
Oh, interesting.
There's stuff out there that's basically the same deal.
Right.
Like, I could take this car and go to Nashville next weekend and race it in a different series. My car would be exactly qualified for that event.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
So they try to make the rules comparable so that, you know, if you want to go hit other cities, other events, you can.
That's cool.
Years ago, I got in a bad one, and I was in a coma for a while.
Coma?
Yeah, it took them 45 minutes with the jaws of life to cut me out of the car, and they life flighted me out. I was in a coma for half a day, basically, and then I came out of that one, and I wasn't the same.
Yeah.
I got back in the car 3 weeks later in a new race car, and I just wasn't myself. I was very nervous. I was just waiting for something to go wrong. I could not do well. Yeah, so I got really pissed.
Yeah.
I hired one of Tony Robbins, a guy that used to work with him. And he worked with me about 6 weeks.
Okay.
And he got that cleared up and turned me into a killer. So many successes here in this city, they named a day after me.
Oh, shit.
It's called Dan Holtz Day on December 1st.
Oh, damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking
The
cool.
mayor, they proclaimed it.
Wait, Bakersfield?
Bakersfield.
Oh shit!
They gave me a big plaque that's it's Dan Holtz Day every December 1st in Bakersfield, right?
Wow. Can you shoot me a picture of that?
Yeah, it's hanging in my office in the wall.
Nice.
So I've had so much success. There were seasons where I won every race they had, you know?
Yeah.
But I relived a lot of that,
All the wins, the
We
positives.
walked through it, and
Yeah.
we went through all of the victory and all the success and everything. Week after week after week, we did it. Then on the final week, he put me in more or less a meditative state. And he made me take a look at, if I stopped, what that meant. And if I stopped, I died.
Wow.
So he said, well, here's where we're at.
Yeah.
He said, if you continue, you may die. If you stop, you died.
You will die, yeah.
You died.
Wow.
Essentially.
Wow.
And I went, that's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
Because I was really wondering, should I go on or not?
Yeah.
And so I got back in the car and drove like a savage the next week. I never thought about it again.
That's
and
awesome. Amazing. That's fucking awesome.
Put it behind me.
Yeah.
And I just focused on what I love, and I'm just going to be me until I'm no longer here. And then whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Check out, I check out.
That's a great way to look at it. Yeah.
And if I don't check out, I'll keep doing this.
The yellow flags are preventing them from really building heat in the tires. So once this is done and they go start going back out, about 10 laps in, they'll have good heat. and then we'll see the real pace of Dan Holtz. He's doing really good. He loved how the car was set up, so he should have a good race.
We've had a few bad weeks, so for us to run fourth is a good night, you know. Pretty tough stuff, and once in a while you can get a little down if you don't have some success. So we're happy for a fourth tonight. We'll walk away from here and feel good about it. We had problems with our right front tire. Our right front tire was coming apart, so there at the end, I really wanted to start making some moves at the very end, and I couldn't, because if I pushed the car any harder, I would have probably blown the right front. So I just kind of had to ride for the last 20 laps.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you.